Guess who's back? How was your holiday? Yeah, mine was good too. I love these long weekends. I don't even know what to do with myself. Psych, I go work. I went inside. Why is that little fucking... What's that? Why does it sound... What's that sound? Oh, that's crazy. I work, which is good, man. You gotta work. You want some shit, you gotta go work for it. Here, let me, I need this. No, I don't want that. Work Saturday. What? Why was my... Oh, I work Saturday, I work Sunday. I want to sign thousands of books for Christmas time. Because, look, I know, and you know that I know that you're going to want to fucking give away goddamn signed hummingbirds. And I'm going to be out of town doing all these book readings and shit. So I went to the office and signed a gang of hummingbirds. And then I had to have Emma New Pants come and help me sign the books because we were understaffed. I got through 2,500 of them bitches. Autographed 2,500 books. I was like, that ought to do us for Christmas. You buy 5 of them, you get the fucking hyena vinyl. So Emma comes out to help, and I buy her lunch as a thank you. And then we're like, I'm driving her back to her spot, and we stop at this garage sale, just for like charity or some shit. I don't know. I think it was like for fucking. The garage sale was for like I don't know, like kids from broken homes or something like that. And they had one of them there, like just sitting on a stool. Like it was weird, man. It was weird just to. It was like going to the circus. Like, oh, look at our poor child in the corner. This is what your money's going to. Like she's not helping out. She's not working it. She's literally just sitting on a fucking stool waiting for money. Why you look in your face like that, John?
Well, they want to show the face of the poverty.
Yeah, but like you don't get out of poverty by sitting on a stool being like, look how broke I am. Like it would have been a little different if she was like working the garage sale. She wasn't. They just had her on a stool.
How'd you know that she was actually one of the poor kids?
'Cause let me tell you.
All right.
So we start haggling over prices. They want like. Emma wanted new pants, as Emma likes. Emma likes new pants. So, she wanted to try it on a gang of pants. And they was charging like real life prices for this shit. Like, it was like $10 a pair. It was fucking, I was like, damn, we had a garage sale. What part of the game is this? And that's part of the Michigan in me. You know, it's like, what, $10 for pants? I go thrifting and get them bitches for $2. So, we start haggling over prices. She's like 60. I'm like, let's do 55. If you get $60 worth of shit at a garage sale, you getting some shit. So like, work with me. No, it's for charity. I'm like, all right, 55 for charity ain't bad, right? She's like, you gonna take money out of that kid's mouth and then just use the girl to. And she said, ask her. So I turned on. I said, let us get it for 55.
Oh, man.
And Emma's cringing now. She's like,
I'm cringing hearing it.
Fuck them. This is life. This is war. You don't just get to show up with some fucking. Everyone's got a sob story, dude. Life is pain. So I'm like, 55. They're still gouging the fuck out of us. Emma thinks it's a great deal. I think it's an awful deal. I don't press anymore. I'm like, fine, fuck it, dude. All right, 60, boom. And I pull out. Now what I forget. Well, I didn't think about it one way or another. But I happen to have like $600 on me in 20s. So I pull out I pull out a fucking knot, like a fucking choco-mule knot on these motherfuckers and peel off 320s. And they're like, you got all, like, then they start talking shit. They're like, oh, look at all that money you got. And you haggling. And I was like, I looked at it and I'm upset. I was like, because I've been signing books all fucking morning in hopes that somebody would buy a goddamn book. It's not like I'm not out here. I got to work with your fucking Easter Island head. You know what I mean? Like your big ass head, John. Like, I was like, I earn my money. I earn my money. You work hard, you can earn some money too. And now I'm looking at the little girl, because this ain't no fucking example to give her. Here, come out here. We'll put you on a fucking stool, beg for fucking things, say it's for charity, sell overpriced things. Sell things for jack up the price and call it charity, give it to you. You think that's how the world works? Emma fucking was jumping out of her skin. She was cringing so fucking tough. The nerve.
Why'd you have that much money floating around?
Why did I have 600 on me? I don't know. I don't know, bro. I'm fucking stupid. I always carry like a knot. I don't know how much. You never know. You never know when you're gonna need $600.
I may have 35 cents in my pocket.
That's because you a broke motherfucker. Yeah, like I don't know, I got $2.50 on me right now, some shit.
I have 32 cents.
That's the difference between you and me. You the motherfucker on the stool, John.
Not on the stool.
You on a motherfucking stool.
I'm not on the stool.
They put you on the stool. They'd be like, oh, it's charity. Look at this big head motherfucker. We're trying to get a chin reduction surgery. And the funny thing is, if they would have worked with me, because I'm a generous motherfucker, I'd have thrown them some more on top. I'd be like, oh, here. Oh, thanks for working with me. I appreciate that. Here's another little something.
How'd you leave it though? How'd you walk away?
It was Emma's money.
Oh.
I was holding money. She didn't have no. You know, kids nowadays don't have any money on them. They just Venmo you shit. They send you fucking ideas. Like, I'll just send you boop money in your bank. I don't like that shit. It tracks. So ultimately, I didn't, like, look, man, whatever. Like, it's not that $5 ain't that big of a deal, but you go to a garage sale, you haggle, $60, $55, $57, deal. That's kind of the agreement.
Think of the kids.
That's exactly how they played it too. Look at the kid.
If it even goes there, you don't even know.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Like, I don't know, who the fuck knows with these charities? Jew's gonna get robbed carrying cash. I've been robbed a bunch. What's up, Brandy?
Dude, I just feel like you know better to have the conversation that you're having right now.
What I gonna do? Fucking our listeners gonna come to my neighborhood and fucking and rob me?
Why would you even talk about this? Like,
Maybe.
No, 1 + 1.
Yeah, look, they don't want to drive to my neighborhood to rob me.
Don't do it.
You'll get
You'll get Why
flicked.
you don't even want to welcome that? People are.
You'll get. I'm just saying, like, yo.
Just talk about anything else. Never talk about your money. What? Come on. That's a white people thing.
No, I've been robbed. I've been robbed by black people a couple times. So it's not a white people thing.
Talking about how much money you have in your pocket. Right?
Are you fucking kidding me? Yo, go on the internet and who's throwing money up in the air the most?
Because when you're throwing that money, you're about that life. If somebody runs up on you for that money,
those motherfuckers are not about that life.
Well, then you see what happens all over the internet when that comes to life.
Yeah, you're right. No, you're right. But
Okay,
let's
that's what I'm
be but
saying.
let's
So
be
just
real.
don't do it.
Let's
I'm
be
trying to
real,
help
Brandy.
You should say thank you, Brandy,
I'm
for keeping me in check and letting me know you don't just tell people, I just like to carry out this. I carry this. I carry that. I carry this. No,
I got 300 on me.
don't do it.
I'll be
Just
walking around in a
don't
blue
do it.
shirt today.
Don't do it, okay? Just please talk about John.
Are you gonna rob me,
Money.
Brandy?
I'm just trying to help you.
Are you a
I'm trying
shark?
to help you.
Are you a shark?
You should say thank you. You're welcome.
I'm asking you questions.
You're welcome.
Are you a shark? You gonna
You're
get me?
welcome. Don't try to entrap me.
You gonna get me,
I'm
Brandy?
not you. I don't just spill my guts to the world.
Okay.
Come on.
Yeah, she'll
Have a good day, though.
she's gonna
Keep
fuck you and
the
steal your
pocket
Rolex. Brandy, I know you. I don't let girls like you in my house. Brandy will fuck you and steal your fucking wallet. Watch out for Brandy.
Wouldn't that be better though to carry cash? Because if people want to take your cash, I mean, with all the computer hackers and everything, they can just get your phone and take all the money that you have in your bank account instead of just going for cash. That's the way it is now.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, like I don't know what's better or worse, bro. I don't know what's better or worse. I stopped getting robbed when I moved away from Detroit. To be all the way 1 billion. It's amazing how little you get robbed when you live in a fucking rich area. JP in Atlanta, what up?
Yeah, what up, Jude? Apparently, for the cancer treatments and finding a cure, only 4% of that is for children.
I mean, this wasn't for kids with
4%.
cancer. This was just for like kids trying to get on their feet or some shit.
Oh, my bad. I
Yeah,
caught
what?
it at the
They
end
didn't
of the
have like a
conversation.
cancer child. That would have been real fucked up if they like had a half bald cancer kid up in that bitch. I don't even know if I don't even know if I'd have been haggling on that shit. I don't even know. Like, I don't even know. I don't know. I don't know if I'd have been haggling like that.
Yeah. I got it in the wrong part of the conversation. My bad.
Now you good. Yeah. You dig. She was very So anyway, Emma got new pants. They got their $60. I didn't get robbed. Fucking happily ever after. Are you gonna? Let me get 9. Can I talk to 9? Chris in New York, what up, man?
What's shaking with you, bro?
You got it, dog. What up?
Yo, you over there talking about like $600 a lot of money. That's broke boy status.
That's kind of what I was saying too. Like, I don't think it's that big of a deal.
Yeah, that's broke boy status.
Yeah,
You can't even go get a pair of Gucci's with $600.
Chris, I agree with you. Like, I think you and I are on the same page here. Like, I didn't think it was that big of a deal. That's why I took it out to pay with it. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't think it was that big of a deal. They're the ones that are like, oh, you got money. Like, they deserve they deserve my money. Like, they got up early with me today and started working extra hard to go get the cash the way I did.
Man, yo, you gotta grind for your money, man.
Thank you, Chris. And
That's hard working.
that's all. That was my main shit. This isn't about robberies or this or that or fucking. It's like, yo, dude, like, you get up. Like, when I took out my money to pay, they acted like I owed them more money because I had money. I'm like, you don't know how I got this fucking money. You don't know what I had to do.
Facts. And you know what? You shouldn't even tell them how you got to get your money. As long as you got your money, that's what matters.
I said, look, grind, work hard, get on your
Grind
grind,
hard.
and you can
Hard
get
work
it.
pay off, man.
Hard fucking work. It pays the fuck off. That's Chris in New
tell
York.
them both boys get their money up. And if you got a lot of money and you scared to get robbed, you shouldn't have no money.
I agree. Let me talk to Destiny in Austin. Yo, Destiny, go ahead.
Alrighty, Jude. I just wanted to say that if $600 is not a lot of money to you, then go ahead and send it to me.
Now you begging.
If that is just not a lot of money, then I take Venmo, Cash App, bank accounts. Like, I can pay a lot of bills with $600.
What do you have to offer besides a sob story?
I don't have anything to offer.
So
If
not,
it's
you just
too much
begging?
money for you, you can
So you just
give it to
begging?
me.
You just begging?
Yeah, I'm just gonna bag it.
Yeah, man. That's the problem. They would have put you on a stool. You would have been the girl on the stool. You're on a stool right now, begging. Where's your backbone, girl?
I'm not begging. I'm saying give it to me if you don't want it.
Sell me some pussy. Sell me. I'll buy 3 installments of pussy off you. 200 a whop.
No, thank you.
That's a good deal.
You'd rather beg for money than actually offer a service.
Well, maybe I can like answer the phone calls or something. Or get you coffee,
We got Pierce for that. He good at that.
You know, like
We got Pierce.
turn on the air button or something. There's like a lot of stuff I could do besides,
Destiny.
doing all that.
Look, here's the deal. You're talking to somebody that's 13 years into their career, has been working very hard, that has side hustles. So yeah, like, so I think have you been working 13 years in one career?
No, I just turned 21. Like,
All right, that's what I'm saying, little mama. Like, yeah, it's not. It's 600. It will be a lot to you. It's not gonna be a lot to me. And if
it
you,
is like I could pay my car note with that.
I know.
I could pay my car.
I know you could. You could. 21 sounds like you might need a sugar daddy. 600.
Oh,
Come earn that 600.
I work. I'm a nail tech, so I
There you
work.
go. Oh, so you caking up. Get out of here, girl. You good?
Yeah.
You good?
Alrighty then.
All right, man. But
I
like,
love your show. Bye.
I love you too. But like, yo, I hope y'all see. Like, to me, I see that there's a problem with that. You running up on somebody with your hand out. Like, come on, man, go get it. Go fucking get it, son. Ain't that crazy? Don't want to offer any service, but wants to get something from me. Like, fuck my time.
You were actually really nice to her. I'm surprised.
Fuck my grind. That's, yeah. Kelly in Dallas. Lost him. Alex in Virginia. Alex,
Yo,
what's up, man?
what's going on?
You got it, bro. Go ahead, man.
Hey, man, I'm calling to piggyback off of what Destiny was saying about how $600 can pay a lot of bills. She must live on Section 8 because $600 ain't paying not even my rent.
No, she.
So I don't know.
Look, man. Hey, look. Yo, when I was 21, $600 was a fucking ton of fucking money. Like, let's be real.
Yeah.
I'm old now. I'm old. So, like, yo, $600 still $600. Like, if I lost $600, I'd be fucking mad. But
oh, no question.
it's not gonna. This is not life changing though. And I think we're missing the point. The point is grind hard, go get it. That's the point.
Always.
Grind hard, go
Always.
get it. Nobody owes you shit. Grind hard, go get it. Nobody owes you shit.
Nah.
And what I was afraid of is, I don't know. I didn't want them to. It was important that you don't teach somebody to just sit there and with their hand out. Go get it, man. Yeah, dog. We're getting everybody hit me up, telling me how much money they carry on them, and there's a lot of people that's making my fucking what I grabbed, what I had on me, to be nothing. All right, Justin's here. We're gonna talk Mace versus Cameron, and we got Black, White, or Other. And after that, who the fuck knows? Oh, the news with the Chin. Hey, yo, John. We got a big week. We got Pierce did a National Geographic fucking study on John of what you actually do in the office.
Right.
Because you drop the ball an awful lot. You're a ball dropping motherfucker.
So he was documenting this.
He was documenting, because I'm like, what does he do? I ask John for things all the time, and then it never happens. And so he followed you for a week, secretly documenting you, like you were an animal in the wild. You was a fucking antelope, like a confused gazelle, like a retarded zebra by the watering hole.
Well,
We're gonna play that this week. When are we playing that?
I was thinking Thursday.
Okay. And then your girl, did you book her?
I did not.
I'm booking her.
No,
I'm booking her.
no,
Book
no,
her
no,
now.
no.
Book her by the end of the show. Book her by the end of the show, or I'm booking her.
I'll talk to
Book
her.
her by the end of the show, or I'm booking her.
I'm trying to keep that.
Book her by the end of the show, or I'm booking her.
I'm trying to keep.
I'm not even looking at them, guys. Book her by the end of the show.
I've got my eyes closed too.
Book her by the end of the show, or I'm booking her, dude. I got her email starred. I'll just hit her up. I don't even need you to be here. I don't even need you to be here, bro. Like, you can't keep dragging this shit out. You can't. Thank you, John. All right. We got Justin Hunt coming up next. Let's go.
You are checking out the All Out Show with Rude Jude on demand. And now, here's the breakdown with Justin Hunt.
Justin Hunt, what up, man?
Jude, what's up, brother? How are you?
Shit, chilling. I'm good. You're here to explain the Mason Cameron thing to me.
Mace and Cameron, Killer Cam, they let off shots on him.
I thought this was I thought this was a joke. I didn't understand that really this was happening.
Right.
I'm not the first person to say this, but it felt like the 90s all over again. And these guys are from the same, they was on tracks together on the Big
Same
L shit,
hood,
right?
Same group. They were all in Children of the Corn.
Yes.
Straight out of Harlem. This goes back to the 90s.
So what's behind all of this?
Long stretch when you look at this from a historical standpoint. Cam and Mace, they were tight, and then there was some friction that happened in the early 2000s.
Okay.
This was when Mace had left to become Pastor Mace.
Okay. All right.
He left the Murder Mace behind and became a preacher. And Cam and Dipset were blowing up in New York City. Now, allegedly there was a conversation with Dame Dash, who was cool with both of them. Dame suggested that these two diss each other on wax. Just leave it out there for the bars because, beef is something that can be good for all parties involved.
Right.
And so that's kind of the backstory. And for the next 13 years, if you really want to look at it maybe, Cam has always been kind of throwing little jabs at Mace. But Mace hasn't responded to anything. From his standpoint, he feels like...
What are the little jabs? Do you have any, for instance, or...
Well, we have the most recent one we have here. Now, this is off of Cameron's newest mixtape. It's called The Program. And so this is what kind of pushed it towards the edge for Mace. The next tab, John. The next one after that. All right, right here. So this is the intro to the program. This is the most recent one. There are a lot of jabs like this, but we're going to let this play. So that's the latest one.
He tells the whole story about him doing Mace a favor. Mace offered him $100, and he was insulted by it.
Right.
And he's like...
A lot of little anecdotes like that over the years, And
all right.
So this one was different, according to Mace, because this one had a threat of bodily harm. Let me curve this hitter before I end up killing him, right? And so Mace dropped the Oracle. I think it came out Friday, if I'm not mistaken.
Can I hear that? Because I haven't heard this. I haven't heard anything.
This one's crazy.
This one. All right, let's hear the Oracle.
Tatted on you.
Wow. God damn.
The Oracle.
He really fucking killed him.
It's Murder Mace. Haven't heard this Mace in a very, very long time.
I haven't heard that shit ever. He really, wow.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Even if it wasn't true, it sounded good. You know what I mean? Like, God damn.
The funny part is a lot of the stuff is verifiable stuff. Like
what? Give me some like points that are verifiable.
There's a line in there, for example, where they said he said something to the effect of, "This is what happened when you left Jim in Rucker Park." Talking about he wasn't there for Jim Jones. Okay. There was a big brawl in Rucker Park in like 2004, 5, maybe 6. And it was between Jim Jones and Lil C's. There's video footage of Cameron leaving the scene, not being there for Jim Jones. This actually ended up in Cocaine City. There's a couple lines in there about how he played Jewels, contractually. He didn't support Jim Jones as soon as Jim Jones started balling. There was beef between Jim Jones and Cameron that played out publicly for a very long time based off of some of these things here. So, line for line, it's strong as well when you really look at it. I love this. I love
Did he
every part
fuck
of
his
this.
sister? Is that
I'm not sure about that. You know, that's a big one. Yeah, I know that's a big one.
Start saying someone fucks their relative. That's fucking heavy shit right there. Jesus Christ.
And that was real early.
Yeah,
that was
he
real
came
early.
out the gates with you fucked your sister.
There's a line in there at the very beginning that said, Dame told you to do this shit, you don't see Dame Karma. And so that again is playing
to pretend like there's beef and
exactly.
So there's and then I'm guessing that he's got Mace's name tattooed on him because is that what he's what?
Mace actually did a genius annotation on this song, and so in his annotation he says that the ribbon. Here's Mace's exact words. Harlem World. The ribbon on the top of the bird, it says Harlem World. That's me. You can't see it in plain sight, but the best place to hide something is in plain sight. All along was right there. So he's saying that the Harlem World, the way the design is, the rhythm, or the ribbon that's on there, is the allusion to him.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, well, you know.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's still a hard way to
I'm the
song.
rhythm. Yeah.
It sounds hard.
Yeah, it
really
did sound really good.
Right.
Until you do some fact checking. He's like, yeah, I'm the ribbon.
He said that. No, that was his words. I wasn't even like someone else discovered that. That's what he said.
Cameron says?
No, that's Mace's description of what he meant by that line.
I know, but it don't make no sense.
Well, his first album was called Harlem World. You know, that's the one that really put this new era of Harlem, you know.
Yeah, okay. All right, I see. All right,
yeah.
Touche.
So, Mace was on Ebro, and this week we have a clip that we're going to play here in a second. But one thing that he mentioned, when you think about the relationship between Mace and Cameron,
right?
How they came up together. Cameron got his first record deal from Mace through Mace. That's pretty much how Cameron got on in the first place, got into the game. Mace describes their relationship as they've been enemies longer than they've been friends. They were friends for 8 years. They were 21 years as enemies. So this isn't like, he's not looking at this as like, oh, my homie, I'm just going at my homie real quick. This is someone that he has looked at as.
He hasn't fucked with for a very, very long time.
And it sounds like it.
No, he's like saying numbers and names and events.
Yes, exactly. He talked about how he was offended when Cameron would throw shots at him about being a preacher all these years. There'd be one-liners about that. And he said that that's a problem because not only are you discrediting me, but you're discrediting the things that I'm doing to help people who are in need. So you're making
a mockery
of someone who's trying to do something good, which is, if you look at one of the early lines in the joint that Mace says, he says, people like me need to go to church. Like,
Yeah, he's like, I got issues. I need to go to church.
Much dirt as I got on you, you don't need. Oh, he said, my hand's filthy, my heart's guilty. People like me need church. So that's a play back to that. My favorite line was when Mace says, I'm your prime ×2. Like the best that Cameron's ever been. Mace is twice as good. I started thinking about this. I don't have an album from Cameron that's half as good as Harlem World. I don't have an album that he's ever created that comes close to the one album.
His solo shit, though. You're just saying solo versus solo? Or
I can't look at career. It's not fair. I mean, Cameron has definitely left a bigger impact, especially over the past 17 years.
With Dipset.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But album for album, bar for bar.
You've been a Mace fan, though.
I've been a Mace fan.
You're a huge Mace fan.
I love that album.
And to be honest, like this is, like I'm not familiar enough with Mace's work, but I do know, like, I remember M really was quoted to say that he really liked Mace, or I've heard that M really likes Mace. So rappers that I know fuck with Mace, and I always thought he was cool on tracks and shit like that.
Mace had bars, man. We hear it right here. This is like, a throwback to when he called himself Murder Mace. So that's how the weekend played out.
Did Cameron say anything else, or was
Cameron released a track?
All right, let's
hear it. So we have Cameron's track here.
All right, let's hear Cameron.
This is called Dinner Time.
All right. Can I tell you the problem with this one?
What's that?
The vocals are distorted.
Yeah, it's terrible.
You got to really bend your ear to hear what the fuck he's saying. So, and then too, this isn't like counterpunch the way the Takeover was to that one Nas diss where he's rapping over the Eric B and Rakim shit, like where he's kind of he almost seems like he's on the defensive. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't seem like it's not like he's not hitting back. It seems like he's on the defensive, and you really got to bend your ear to hear it. And then it gets monotonous after a while. And then he's like, there was a dildo in your sink. Like, what the fuck? Like, what? It's a dildo in your sink? That
How
could
did
be,
we get here?
Yeah, like, that could be anything. Like, maybe his bitch wants to get fucked with a dildo. Like, I don't, what? Like, I don't, like,
oh, man.
Yeah, I don't think he got this one, bro.
Not at all. It's not even close. I mean, you're right. The track isn't mixed. It's not mastered. It definitely sounds like.
And then he's putting weird shit on top of the vocals on top of it. It's like he's kind of all over the place.
You know, I mean, and then there's like some of the disses. I'm not sure disses. Like there's this line in here about listening to Sugar J. Look, he gonna play you wrong. Carmelo took Lala. Meek took his baby mom. And I'm like, you know,
did that happen or what is that?
Sugar J is someone who's in Harlem World with Mace. Yeah, it happened, but it didn't happen to Mace. Like it happened to this other guy who was in the crew. So I mean, it's like so inside baseball. You know what I mean? This is such coded.
Yeah, it's like it's kind of missing the masses. You really have to be a student of Mace's entourage for these things to be like, oh,
right. Yeah, it's just, there's like maybe 200 people that are directly around some of the stuff that Cam is talking about here. But away from that, man, I just think it's kind of sloppy. I think the angle was sloppy. I don't think that he said anything in here that we haven't necessarily heard someone might have said about Mace before. He's comparing him to Cleflo Dollar, making fun of him being a preacher again. Mace just ate him up. And this is what you come back with?
Mace is... Play me the beginning of the Mace shit again. 888-742-3345. You don't even got to play the whole thing. I just want to hear the beginning just to get a feeling.
Yeah, you got to cleanse that palate.
And then he's busting over the Jay-Z beat, like with Jay-Z murder cats on. He's just snapping on this shit. He hits him with the ill alliteration at the beginning with all the pussy popping pink match and all that shit, and like he just sounds better.
There's no wasted space.
No,
like every half bar is a shot.
And if it's not a shot, it's a punchline.
You know what I mean?
It's a clever punchline. Yeah, Mace kind of killed Cam.
Murder versus killer. Killer died.
It's tough too, cause I don't know. When I think of Cameron, I don't think of like a battle rap dude. You know what I mean? Like.
That's another thing I started thinking about. When's the last battle that I remember Cam winning? He had friction with Jay-Z. That didn't work out well for him. He ended up on the wrong side of his beef with 50 Cent when they were screaming Curtis.
Right.
Turned into 50 Cent's album cover. That's about when I remember seeing Cam stand in front of that little regular-sized pool talking about how rich he was, making diss videos. And he kind of tapered off at the end from there. Jim Jones, I think, was hotter more recently than Cameron.
Well, Cameron was always like, to me, he just seemed like like a slick motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like styled out. Y'all like the pink style. I'm not even front. I thought that pink shit was dope. I was actually on it first, to be all the way real. I got Jenny Jones shit of it. Like I thought the pink shit was dope.
All right.
And like he just seemed like a real New York cat, but like. Just sometimes that doesn't mean you're good at the like.
Yeah, it doesn't always mean you're good at rapping.
I mean, yeah, hey ma is not like the picture of fucking bars, Hey
right.
ma, what's up? And we gonna get it on tonight, like.
And that's how I've always felt about Cam. I've never felt like Cam was lyrically strong. I never thought he was like a bar type cat.
No, but he was like he was a cool
cat.
Yeah, he was a good product. You know what I mean? Like
right.
he had a cool style about him. He put together catchy songs. He seemed like a fucking cool dude to hang out with, that type of deal, or at least watch him, clown on somebody or something in the crew. But I don't know about. He hasn't given me faith in this battle rap shit after these last two things I just heard. Let's go to the phone lines. They got. Let's go to Septillion.
What's going on, Rude Jew? What's good, baby?
What up, though, man? How you doing?
Hey, before I get started, fuck you, John. Last time I called in, you pussy chin motherfucker hanging up on me because you didn't like my name. Ain't how you treat long-time listeners, man.
Nope.
Stop hating.
Go ahead, man. What's up?
Hey, man, at the end of the day, Mace fathered all them cats, man. Them Harlem cats owe that brother. And he body Cam. Cam ain't never had bars. He's always been a gimmick, and y'all know that. And ain't nothing wrong with it, but he barked up the wrong tree fucking with Mace.
Yeah, let's keep this shit going. Let's go to Memphis. G Money, what up, though?
What up, bro?
Shit, chilling, man. Go ahead.
Hey, first, man, I want to tell them folks that Exterior SM, they need to give you a raise, man. I done had XM Radio for 10 years. The only reason I got it is because me and my wife can't go a day without hearing your show.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you. What do you think of this beef?
Man, first and foremost, Cameron needs to stop having beef with anybody. He has lost every beef he's ever been in. He owed Mace for his whole career. Mace came out first. He got Cam off the street, and they did murder Mace with Killer Cam. So you can go, like y'all said, you can go back to the Jay-Z beef, the 50 Cent beef, and you leaving your homies. I mean, come on, man. You got the only team that joined the label, and you beefing with the folks that signed you to the label.
That's
then
kind of
getting some beef, and you run off and leave.
G Money. You do bring up a good point. Like 2 out of 3 of the people that he was beefing with, he was working with. Like, what does that say? What does that say about a person's character if you can't work? If you keep getting into it with people you work with?
Zero integrity. Everything come out of his mouth gonna be a lie. He a gimmick rapper. He a comedian with a microphone, man. He makes stuff rhyme. He make his jokes rhyme. That's what he do.
Facts.
You look, man. I'm not gonna go that hard. I don't know, to be all the way real. Like, this is when I kind of got away from rap during all this shit. So I really can't even comment on. I wasn't a fan of the Hey Ma shit and all that. Like, it just wasn't my taste. But I was into the lyrical miracle shit. You know, I wanted like bars, and it was just party rap for me, and I wasn't into that.
I gotta give Dipset credit because they held it down for New York City.
Dipset was. I went back and rediscovered Dipset, and I'm like, oh, these motherfuckers are. I really like what they do. I like Jules Santana. I really like what them cats was doing.
I mean, you had G Unit and 50 Cent was out of the 90s. You had Dipset, Cam was out of the 90s. And then you had Fabulous. That was pretty much the only new artists to break nationally out of New York from 2000s until Nicki Minaj shows up. So Dip definitely played a major role. They did their thing. They weren't selling bars, though, Cam especially. And Cam has definitely had a ton of friction with people that he works closely with. I mean, that's another line that I liked in this joint that Mace dropped in here. He was like, Cam, I thought more of you. But come to think about it, that's really all you do. It's really all you do.
Let's go to Tyrell in Miami. Go ahead, man.
What up? Hey, to play devil's advocate, you said you don't like no Cameron. What about Purple Haze? That wasn't smooth?
I think he's got songs. Don't get me wrong. He's got some joints.
Look, man, this is, and I make this argument. I'm like, sometimes like, why they got me on the hip hop station? Like, I'm well versed from like 80 something all the way to 99, but then I just I just kind of lost interest. I was like,
feel that. But back to the battle though, like it's Mace all day. So that makes me say, like, is it like the rise of the happy guys? I mean, because street-wise, I feel like Cameron might be more street, just like Meek Mill's more street. But with that back-to-back shit, it was like, damn, Drake fucking organized this shit and put it out. Just like Mace, that shit was organized from the beginning. Like, like he drilled Cam. I mean...
look, I think we have to probably go a long time to get back to Murder Mace and all the things that entailed. But these guys are from the same crew. You know what I mean? They were part of the same movement in the 90s. Children of the Corn, Big L, Mace, Cameron. So I can't really say that this is, the same thing as Rise of the Happy Guys. I don't necessarily think of Mace as a happy guy. I do think of him as a guy who turned into a preacher. And took a lot of time off and then came back right now.
He's one of the few people where Jesus didn't ruin him. Every time someone finds Jesus, they just suck. Look at Chris Tucker. God damn. That motherfucker was funny till he got God in his life.
I don't even know if we could say that about Mace, though. It has been a very long time since we've got something like this. You know what I mean?
But look, he can't, like, it was still in him.
Right.
Like, I like Al Green. I don't check for the fucking, I like early Al Green. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure his fucking gospel shit's great. But, Simply Beautiful is my jam.
Ruthless.
I'm Black Baltimore.
Yes, here I go.
What up, though, man? Go ahead. You on?
Yeah, what's going down, man? Yeah, I was saying that when Mace did paid in, or not Mace, when Cameron did paid in full, he took that old persona on like that was his real character. Like when Tupac did Juice, everybody went for that gangster role in Tupac. And it all bombed for Cameron, man. It bombed. And lyrically, he can never touch Mace. He knows that.
That's kind of funny. That's an interesting way to use.
Point blank, it ain't even a competition. Man, Cameron, you can hardly hear what he's saying. He's trying to talk too tough, man. He's garbage. You need to lay it down, man. Don't make no more movies, no more music. Mace shut him down, killed him.
It literally sounds like he was rapping through Black Baltimore's phone. Like, because your phone sounds pretty bad, Black Baltimore, and that's what his shit sound. It sounded like he called up on a fucking cricket phone and did his goddamn verses.
You know, Cam is actually on a tour right now.
Is that what it is?
I think that there's something to that.
Was that like a tour bus fucking rhyme?
It came out so quickly that it doesn't sound like whatever he normally puts his music through. This song made it through.
Look, man, this is them things. When shit like this happens, I question the metal of rappers' friends. Like, and I said this about the Meek Mill shit. It was like, wasn't nobody there to be like, yo, yeah, that's hot. But like, what if you just didn't drop that yet? What if you just redid the first, second, third, and fourth verse in the chorus? That's it. Well, no. Don't trip, Cam. Don't trip. Your shit is dope. Your shit is fire. But like, what if you just didn't bust that first verse, rewrote that shit, kind of fixed the microphone, and then busted something different? Didn't talk about this shit that don't nobody knows what the fuck you talking about. No. I like it. It's dope. But just drop some different type of fire. Like talk like no one like who. No one's telling these motherfuckers no. No one's telling these cats like, hey man, that's you like, who is listening to that and like, yeah, you got him. Who's listening to that?
You ever think people lose their ear? I feel like Cam and team might have lost their ear. The program mixtape is not bad. I'm not like the project he's got out now is not bad. So I don't know if this necessarily falls into that camp.
Well, that's what I'm not saying that. That's even more to my point. It's not that he doesn't know how to make a fucking song. It's just this wasn't the diss track for him. Like, it sounded muddy. There was a lot of, like you said, inside information that's losing motherfuckers. And I started checking email halfway through. I literally was checking email. I tweeted motherfuckers back. I didn't give a fuck. I just stopped giving a fuck. I'm like, all right.
That happened to me the first time too. I was checking Twitter the whole first time I heard this song. I was like, are people reacting to this? Because I'm not catching nothing.
I wasn't even checking Twitter about this. I was checking Twitter about my own book. Like, Hummingbird. Like, fuck, I don't give a fuck about that. I was like, I'm off on my other shit. I literally tweeted a link. Like, I think the problem is like, motherfuckers, man, a lot of times, like, if cats are eating from you, you're not getting a straight answer. And I think that might have happened. Like, it's probably his hype man, everybody on his shit. And now think about the worst concert I ever went to was a Cameron show. It was at House of Blues in Chicago, and it was like him and all his boys, and they just stood in the back corner of the stage and rapped to each other in a fucking circle. I was like, are you kidding me? Like, we didn't even see the dude.
Cameron is on my list of top 10 most overrated artists ever. He's definitely an overrated artist to me.
Yeah, but you love Mace too. Do you feel like?
I mean, I love Harlem World. After that, he did a mixtape with G Unit that was fresh too, and I like his voice, and I think he's got more imagination. I don't think Mace isn't top 10 to me. Mace is.
Chris, this dude Chris, he's cool with Cam. Yo, Chris in Ontario.
Yo, what up, Jude? Thanks for having me on. I really appreciate it, buddy. John last time tried to get me on for the financial questions.
All right, go ahead, man. Come on.
Yeah, man, I appreciate that. Cam's been my guy forever. He's got the funniest beats with the facts of life. His new DIA track is fly. But listening to the battle that you just put, I've listened to the songs before you guys dropped them, but Mace took it, man. Like you guys were saying, Cam isn't really killing it with the bars compared to Mace with that flow, with the Oracle beat. You got to give it to Mace on that one, man. It's hard to give it to Cam, and I'm a Dipset fan for sure.
I thought you actually knew him. Oh, fan, not fam. I'm Cam fan. Okay. All right.
No, fan, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go. Let me holler at my man. Big Show in North Carolina. What up, man?
Yo, what's good with you, bro?
BTM up in this bitch. Go ahead.
You know what it is. Hey, check this out, man. Anytime you get a preacher to come off the pulpit, you done fucked up. Like, real talk. This man been preaching for so long, and now all of a sudden he come off the pulpit to do a diss track? Man, you done fucked up, man. And then my second thing is, Cameron had 2 hot CDs that was better than Harlem World. Fucking SDE
Not
and fucking
close.
Confessions of Fire.
Not at all. I understand what you're saying. SDE is popular. SDE is like, that's like Cameron's like
Which one is
blueprint. Sex, Drugs, and Entertainment. It's a project that came out after Coming Home, I think it was called.
I don't know.
Or Come
It came out. I think it came out before or after that.
I think it's the one right after that. It's one of his best projects. I give him that. It's not
And then on
touching
top of
Harlem
that,
World, son. Harlem World is one of the best albums in history.
Justin has a very
like
Justin
Harlem
has
World.
a very fine place in his heart for
Harlem
Harlem
World has
World,
got-
but I'll trust you, Big
It's
Show.
got commercial joints.
And
It's got
then
bars.
check this out. Anytime you do a Jay-Z beat, that fucking Blueprint beat, oh, you finna get bodied all day, man.
We acting like Cameron didn't go second here. And we're also acting like Cameron wasn't throwing darts for 14 years. And we're also also acting like, at some point, how many cheeks can you turn, dog? My man Mace sat down and turned another cheek since 2004.
He was Christian.
Since 2004, he turned. This dude's talking about I might have to kill him, telling some silly story at the beginning of a otherwise real solid mixtape, and you expect Mace to just sit back? I think that's probably the most Jesus-like thing to do. If that don't sound like the Second Testament, the New Testament, I don't know what does.
The Testament Part 2. And this bitch is
Mace
a
just
I
went
don't know,
New Testament
but
on.
I know one thing. That shit was thrown together, man. Cameron just was thrown together. He all over the fucking place. It's distorted. Sound like he talking through a damn prison phone. Man, what the fuck, man?
And the other thing too is that
All right, Big Show.
the other thing too with it
All right, bro.
is that Cameron went second. He could have picked one of the most fire beats as well. He didn't have to take whatever he took to rap over.
He did like the preachy thing. He thought that like he was gonna be like, oh yeah, you're a Christian, so I'm gonna do the preacher shit.
You can take a classic preacher's joint.
Christian Long Island. He could do Jesus Walks or some shit.
Right.
Christian Long Island. That was off the top of my head.
He's got. You need to be in the crew, man.
What's up, dude?
I wouldn't have let him drop that shit if I was in the crew. I'd be like, what's up, Chris? Go ahead.
Hey, I got a question for Justin. The guy, Big Smo, whatever his name is, just actually mentioned it a little on that mixtape. When Cameron tells that story about how, like, he covered Mace's ass in that situation with the girlfriend,
Yeah.
the boyfriend, and all Mace did was give him $100. Is that a true story? Do you know?
I don't know if it's
I don't
true
know,
or not.
might
I
have
mean,
been.
it definitely sounds like enough to react to, so I take it as true.
Let's go to Dre in Detroit.
What up, though, bro?
Shit chilling, man. What up?
Let me keep it real with you, man. I feel like Mace got him, and I'll tell you why. I done broke this down. I've been studying this. I'm kind of young. I'm going to keep it real. My first CD was Hard Not Life Volume 2. So
There
I've
you
been
go.
around the block. But just to keep it 100, man, Cam, I feel like Cam has never, he's the embodiment of a rapper. Like, he's got the swag, he got the jewels, he got, the punchlines, but he's never had the signature, he's never had bars or delivery. So, like, even in high school, all my boys like Dipset, Cam, da-da-da-da-da-da, but I'm like, dude saying computing, shooting. Just like...
Yeah, but Rick
so
Ross
why
bit
should
off of
that-
that shit. You know what I mean? Like,
That
was a style. He created a style. You got to give him that.
Yes, he's definitely.
Yeah, he got
Wavy
this, like, the
gravy,
shit was
maybe
cool.
lavy.
Like, he's a ingenious businessman. He's got all that down. But I just feel like it came to this, like your man said, he's been pushing Mace for 14 years, and I feel like Cam is very strategic. He likes to pick people or specific targets and go at them. Like, he went at 50, thinking, okay, I got the streets, I got this, not realizing that 50, smart businessman, played on that bully mentality. Like, that was his whole persona of selling records. Like, I'm the best. Can't nobody fuck with me, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. That was, that's 50. But the whole Mace Cameron thing, this was a long time coming. It's not done. I feel like the disc was kind of weak. This was like when Azalea Banks dissed Iggy Azalea and did that whole voice change and stuff. That shit was kind of whack, man. Like, I expected more from Cam. Like, how he went at Jay, it's like he should have been old Mace. Like, for years, he been talking so much shit. And Mace finally just got at it, dude. He got him.
Now,
He got him.
all right, wait. We got one person out of this is how much of a fucking just a landslide this shit was. Can we please talk to somebody that likes Cameron? Because not one person. And I fear that we was the ones that was like, I don't know, because I didn't even say it was. I was like, let me tell you the first problem with that song. Like I didn't even come out like I liked it or not. I was like, I started pointing out problems with Cameron's song. Demi, go ahead, man. You are a Cameron supporter. Let's hear it.
I gotta say, man, I gotta rock with Cam. You know what I mean? He keeps it consistent. You know what I mean? Mace, he got scared and went to church. You know what I'm saying? You can't come back 20 years later and then all of a sudden want to drop a diss record. You know, I'll feel Mace maybe if you maybe did 20 years Fed time and came back, everybody be like, oh yeah, we want to hear what he got to say. But if you gonna get scared to go to church, man, I can't fuck with you.
So it's not you're not even looking at the songs themselves. You're looking at his actions, and based on his actions of him joining the church, you think that he lost no matter what.
You know, I mean, I gotta rock with Cam all the way. You know, everything he done dropped since I was a youngster listening to him. You know what I'm saying? Watched him in Paid in Full and all that. You
Great
know,
movie.
Cam's more relevant. You know what's going on.
Great movie.
I just felt like we're on the verge of hearing some of the most ignorant shit I heard all day.
What?
If he had came out of jail, we'd like this track more. But if because he went to better himself and go to church.
Hey, but let's
now
be
we care
real.
less about what he's talking about.
I've met some of the most
ignorant shit I've heard.
Some of the most grimy motherfuckers I ever met were Baptist preachers.
You know what I mean?
So like
that was about to be terrible.
Yeah, man. I don't know. Like, all right, play me a bit of the Mace shit one more time, just so we can. If anybody's just tuning in, we're breaking down the Mace verse Cameron diss.
Oh, he should have went to jail.
All right, now let's hear Cameron shit. This was his answer to that. Okay, let's go to Big Lane, and we'll take a couple more calls, and we'll be done with this. Big Lane in Harlem.
What up, my brother? How you doing today, Joe?
Man, I'm glad that we got some Harlem cats calling up, Big Lane. So I would love, since you're so close to this.
I know them cats from young, man. They was with my nephew. I remember them when they first was starting. They was Murder Mace, Cam. Was a bunch of them little cats. But at the end of the day, Drew, this is just publicity, man. Nobody read too much into it because at the end of the day, they both ask each other, you good? Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. On Instagram. So come on, man. They ain't going to never fall out like to the point where, okay, this and that. Because they had beef ever since the 357, you know? Mace wanted money from that. And Cam didn't pay Mace for none of that shit that Mace did. Put it like that. Everything that Mace did for Cam when they was on that song, that was on the strength.
I did like that
boys. I'm a good
357
guy.
song. That actually,
so you know when Mace got with Puff, he got figured on. Okay, I need to get my money up, and he went back and asked for money. There was some bullshit that went on with Lance Undias. So that's where the whole bullshit come in at. So they can never be between those two. They got a little animosity. Of course, everybody has that, but it ain't gonna go no further than that.
I like Mace's answer to that question about why they made up on Instagram on Ebro the other day. Did you hear what he said?
What he said?
We actually have a clip of it right here.
All right, let's hear it.
The one thing I didn't like, Mace, was you guys kind of seemed like you were making up at the end. You said like after a victory you shake hands, but this isn't a typical sport.
Okay, it's just like Drake said, free Meek Mill. You think he meant that?
Oh my God.
Well, I mean, we laughing and we trying to lighten the mood just because I don't want. I mean, look, man, a lot of people have lost their lives.
You can hear it in my tone. All it is about is me standing my ground as a man. And
All
with
right.
2 men in the room, y'all should understand that.
Nah,
if
facts, I get it.
If I cross the street and he try to block me over there, then I cross the street over here, being a bigger man, taking the high road, he try to block me over there. I say, okay, I'm going to take a different street, and then you try to block me over there. It's no more running around it. In order for me to go forward, I have to go through him. So that's what I just made my mind up to do. I'm not going to keep turning the other cheek because I'm turning the other cheek to show that I do have character. I'm turning the other cheek.
I don't want to hear the Cameron song now. I want to hear 357 because he brought it up. I like this song. All right, that was Justin Hunt. The breakdown, you can if you missed any of this, you can watch it on YouTube.
At the Company Man on everything.
All right, here's a little.
Shout out to Murder Mace.
He really goes in on this one. Like if he would have been snapping like this.
up on my Harlem niggas, my BK niggas.
He would have really. This was.
Woulda, coulda, shoulda.
Can't he just say this was his diss record? Mace. 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 See? Mace. Shape 4/5. All right, I thought we was done. I thought it was over. But Justin Hunt we got some breaking news. Q-Tip of Tribe Called Quest is going off. What's up?
So we have the Grammys. The Grammy Awards were announced today. The Grammy nominations, excuse me. And so a lot of people are really happy about the nominations. Record of the Year nominations this year include Childish Gambino's Redbone, Despacito with Daddy Yankee, Luis Fonsi, The Story of O.J., Jay-Z, Humble, Kendrick Lamar, 24 Magic, Bruno Mars. Album of the Year, Childish Gambino, Jay-Z, Kendrick, Lord, Bruno Mars. A lot of people are really happy about a lot of these things. The best rap field, the best rap album of the year field this year is Jay-Z, 444, Kendrick Lamar's Damn.
All right.
Migos, Culture.
Okay.
Rhapsody's Layla's Wisdom. And Tyler, the Creator, Flower Boy. Now, one notable omission in that category is A Tribe Called Quest.
Yeah,
we got it from here. Thank you for your service.
Yeah,
which came out last year in November, so it was eligible for an award this year.
Okay.
So it wasn't nominated in any of the rap fields. The other fields are Best Rap Song, Best Rap Song Performance, and then Best Rap Performance. So I think where that project would fit, because I don't think any of the singles really were that big, would probably be in Best Rap Album.
What do you think? Whose place should it have taken, if any's, or if more, in your opinion? Because you're more familiar with these albums than I am.
Again, the categories are 444, Jay-Z, Damn, Kendrick Lamar, Migos, Culture, Rhapsody's Layla's Wisdom, and Flower Boy, Tyler, the Creator. I have a hard time. I think that these are all 5 really worthy albums here. I think, if anything, this could have been a good year to have 6, because last year there was 6 as well. And De La Soul's album
was nominated.
Right. So whenever there's 6, that generally means there's a tie.
Okay.
So it doesn't look like there was a tie in the voting.
It's not unprecedented for having 6.
It's not unprecedented.
Okay.
It happened. It's happened in other categories as well.
All right.
It's not something that's outside of what's normal. Now,
do you think Tribe Called Quest suffered from being a year away? A lot of times it's like out of sight, out of mind. Because when that shit dropped, everybody was talking about it. Like it was buzzing. I had motherfuckers that had stopped listening to rap hit me up like, yo, man, this Tribe Called Quest, man, check that shit out.
I think so. I think anytime you have a project that came out last year,
it's a problem.
It puts you in a tougher situation. I mean, look, we have Childish Gambino's project actually came out in December last year, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
But Redbone had such a run throughout 2017 that it still carried that project, carried that conversation.
The singles and all that.
Right, carried the conversation. I don't think that the Tribe album had really strong singles that were going to carry it into the next year, despite the fact that it's a really great album.
What's Q-Tip have to say about this?
Well, Q-Tip just dropped this on Instagram, so here's what he's saying on Instagram.
I don't give a fuck. Respect to everybody who's nominated and all that, but whatever, I'm speaking for mine. Sick of y'all fucking Grammy niggas, man. Y'all fucking get us to get out there and fucking perform last year and close your shit, and y'all don't get us no fucking nominations? Ninth, what happened? We fucking piling and doing all.
Or can we? What does that mean? Ninth. He's talking to Ninth Wonder. What do you mean, Ninth? What happened?
I'm not all the way sure exactly what he's referring to, but he continues right here, so
right.
Maybe there's something there.
Shit, you know what I'm saying? I got respect for Ninth, he's my man. You know what I'm saying? They was trying to get me to come out there to vote in the rap category for some new shit that they doing. I ain't do it. You know what I'm saying? And we don't get shit for that album. For that album. Tired of fucking biting my tongue all the fucking time and trying to be nice and shit. I'ma say the shit that niggas always be fucking saying and don't be fucking saying it. Yes, I'm hot. Get off my lawn. Whatever. I don't give a fuck.
Here's the deal, man. You know it's tough? Fuck the Grammys. I know it's like, yo, dude, he's got fucking Low End Theory, Midnight Marauders, People's Instinctive Travels, It's arguably one of the first. Like, it's a nice 1, 2, 3 punch. I was talking about like opening 3 albums, and I said Outkast, and a listener said Tribe Called Quest, and I was like, it's pretty fucking, like. I mean, Trophy. Look, I get it. You want to get the accolades of the people around you, but isn't this almost a little?
I think there's a few things here. One, I think that legendary rap groups, cats who came out in the 80s, 90s, etc. A lot of times they missed out on the accolades that hip hop is now getting.
That's it precisely. And like even if let's say he did get nominated, it would almost be like the fucking like when Pacino wins the Oscar for Son of a Woman, or fucking Denzel wins the Oscar for Training Day. Good, they did their thing, but no one has ever said that is their best work. And I don't even know if anyone could say that this is Tribe Called Quest's best work. Like.
It's definitely not their worst work. It's definitely
no.
That's work. But you're right. I agree with what you're saying.
You know what I mean? Like I'm not. But do you think there's extra emotion because of the passing of Fife?
I think that's part of it. I'd also say that this is a project that took them over a decade to make.
Yeah.
How long were we waiting for another Tribe project? There is a stigma that older MCs have a difficult time making good music. Now, we've seen Jay-Z 444. This is another project from legacy artists that was great and, isn't necessarily being recognized in a way that Q-Tip expects from the body.
I thought the production on this one was quite interesting. Like, I really liked what they was doing. I thought it was an interesting album. It was contemporary, but it's still
forward. Yeah,
it's still held on. It's still held tight to their sound. And then he said they performed.
That's the other thing. So last year they actually performed during the Grammy Awards, and so they performed. They had Anderson .Paak was on the drums. Busta Rhymes came out and performed with them. If you remember, that's when Busta Rhymes kept saying Agent Orange, and so it was one of the bigger performances. I think it was one of the best performances last year, and so all that frustration looks like is what Q-Tip is talking about.
Look, man, this is the other thing. Like, yo, dude, there's these unspoken agreements in entertainment. Yo, I'm gonna come do this. You look out for me here. So I understand why he's upset.
We have one more post. It looks like there's another one that just went up, and let's see Q-Tip.
All right,
Q-Tip again. So let's see what. The next thing Q-Tip says, John, I'm about to drop it here in the doc. There it is right there. Right, so we have another one here from Tip. Let's see what Tip's saying this time.
Yeah, this is from my man Knife Wonder. Shouts out to Knife. There was no disrespect, meaning none of that. So y'all niggas stop it. That's my man. I was talking about, me and him was polying about what is. Just some other shit, you know what I'm saying? Nothing to do with it. Shouts out, love him. Yo, word up, fuck y'all Grammy niggas. Y'all niggas got me on my fucking Michael shit after they snubbed that nigga for Off the Wall. I'm gonna get my Thriller bag on y'all niggas. Fuck that. Album #1 in 10 countries and fucking certified and performing, and y'all niggas snubbing niggas. R.I.P. Fife Dog, man. Fuck y'all Grammy niggas.
I understand his anger. I get it. I understand his anger. It's frustrating.
Yeah, I'd be,
especially just to,
I'd be frustrated as well.
Golden era of rap, they pushed the envelope. They pushed rap forward. No one can argue against that. Tribe Called Quest pushed rap forward during the golden era of rap.
Absolutely, 100%. And now rap and hip hop are the #1 genre on the planet.
Well, it's pop. The fact that half of the nominations for album of the year are rap albums is further proof that rap has become pop music, popular music.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's definitely being recognized as a whole. That's why, as a whole, I actually think this is a great representation of what last year was in music, to be honest. I don't know what I don't know what artists in these categories don't deserve to be there. I think that Tribe put out a great project. I'll be completely honest. I love that project.
Look,
I don't know which one of these projects it should replace. If anything, yeah, maybe good year for a tie. But even Migos Culture, I thought was incredible. Project.
I'm gonna keep it 1 billion zillion with you, with the exception of M shit. Like I don't watch award shows because people I like don't win. Like people I like don't fucking win. Ballin' G never won no Grammy. UGK never won no motherfucking Grammy.
That's a long time ago, though. Like, you mean to tell me in the past, like,
I haven't watched
15 years?
I don't watch some shows, bro.
But in terms of artists that you like,
movies that I like don't win fucking awards. Like shit that I like just doesn't win. So I stopped watching it.
I think that's
except for Macklemore. I fucking love. No, I'm playing.
I think there's more stuff that you probably do listen to that
there's
might
like
show up in award show, especially when you're talking like 20 years. Like
I'm
since '99. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's been something that you were feeling that got nominated at least.
Read off the list of winners. I'll be like, nope, 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 nope.
Oh, well, that's
Aaron in Virginia. Go ahead, Aaron.
Hey, I love this show. Number one, most great artists of any time who are coming out and making a stamp on the culture do not get Grammys. The people who give Grammys, they ask their kid in their bedroom, hey, what's popping? And that's how the Grammys get nominated. Tribe is legendary. Low End Theory is legendary. It is to what jazz is. So I understand his frustration, and R.I.P. Phife Dawg, who was arguably one of the best rappers of that era. But, I understand the frustration and wanting to bring it back for Phife, but Tribe isn't going to get it. There are a lot of artists that aren't going to get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think there's some emotional like he's there. It's deeper than just this. That's what it seems like, and maybe I'm wrong.
For sure.
I mean,
and the thing is,
he's yelling Ninth Wonder's name on it. It's like, yo, calm down, bro. Like people might take this the wrong way. What was you gonna say?
No, I was just saying, like, Tribe Called Quest is legendary. Every time you look at LA traffic at night, that's Low End Theory. For me, they always gonna be there.
See, every time, Low End Theory.
Every time,
Midnight Marauders.
I don't feel like this year's. I don't feel like the Grammys got it wrong this year. There's been years where I felt like, not even just the Grammys, but there's been years where I felt like different award shows were off from what the sentiment was in this genre. Not even just when it comes to album of the year, record of the year, the big awards, but just like in terms of the category itself, the category specific options. I feel like this is pretty tight. I don't know.
Let's go to Joseph in Ohio. Joseph.
What's up, man? Representing the Glass City 409. Hey, man, you guys are smoking crack, bro. This new album is their best work. This is a fucking masterpiece. I mean, I used to say, is a Midnight Marauders the best album? Is a Low End Theory the best album? This is their best shit. They even brought back Consequence. Busta Rhymes is on this shit. The Elton John sample. I mean, get out of here, dude. What are you guys talking about, dude? This is their best shit.
Andre 3000.
You're saying it's the best album because of the guest stars?
No, the bars. I mean, the way they come in, they just come in on their lines just violently, man. Hard as fuck, dude. They go ham on this album. That's why I love it. I just think this is their best work, man.
That's cool that you. Yeah, that's cool that you think it's the best album. Like I like their first three.
It just kind of seemed like you've been shitting on their album. Like,
I didn't like their single at all. I thought that single was a headache.
You don't like the single.
That single was headachy. How are you gonna say it's the best album they ever made and their lead single isn't as good as their other lead single?
Nah, that's thin. That's thin,
well,
dude. That's thin.
Go to Midnight Marauders too. Same. I don't really fuck with the Award Tour. You know what I mean?
I do. I love
there are
Award
other
Tour.
songs on there are better.
Look, but look. You sound like an old dude, so you probably were there when all that shit happened.
I'm as old as you, man. We old as fuck.
Yeah, like, look, I'm not even mad that I think people are entitled to their own opinion, and I'm not mad that you said that this is their best album yet.
Have you listened to the whole album though?
I heard it. It was dope. It was fucking dope. It was a fucking dope album. But it's weird. Like, look, man, I think most people favorite albums drop before they turn 20 or some shit like that. It's just like that's just the way it goes. There's all these emotions attached to music that's beyond music. So for me, like, That's the shit I was banging. All right, let's go to Swift in New York.
Yo.
Go ahead, Swift.
Yo, what's up, man? So, I feel what Q-Tip was saying because it's not so much about the accolades. It's just about the accurate representation of the culture. You know what I mean? And for people who are within the culture and outside of it, they look at the Grammys, and if you don't listen to hip-hop, if the Grammys say that this is one of the best albums or they acknowledge it, they're going to take that as factual, you know what I'm saying, historical context. So I get why Q-Tip is so mad because it's like it's not being accurately represented. And for it to be, the last one with Fife and all that, it's like, come on. And they came out and performed that shit. So I get it. I don't think it's anything really to do with the accolades as much as just accurately representing the culture and what's really going on.
Okay. Like, yeah, I hear you. Like, that's.
I think I definitely would be frustrated if I put together a great body of work that had all of the elements of lasting music, which I do think this project does. You know what I'm saying? I think it's really difficult when you start comparing that. When you start coming from a place where you are sounding like you're the only one who's doing that.
All right, but like, look, here's fuck the Grammys, and to your point, and this is to my point. Guess what won the Grammy in 1996 for best rap album?
Who won it?
Naughty by Nature, Poverty's Paradise. Do you know who they beat?
Nah, who they beat? Reasonable Doubt.
Tupac, Me Against the World. Bone Thugs, East 99. Oh Dirty Bastard, and then Skilo, I Wish. Like, so it's like these motherfuckers don't know shit. And that's not to not that's
part of the problem though, too.
That's not a knock on fucking Naughty by Nature, but like, yo, one of my favorite Pac album is Me Against the World. Your favorite, one of Justin's favorite albums of all time is East 99.
East 99,
One of the most unique albums dropped at the time was Old Dirty Bastard's fucking Return to the 36 Chambers. These motherfuckers don't know shit. That's all I'm saying, bro. Like, I just pulled that shit up. I just pulled it up. Pac got fucked again in 97. All Eyes on Me lost to Fugees the Score.
I don't know about that one, man. That Score album that's like a title bout you want to see. I want to see All Eyes on Me versus the Score. But
I would give it to, but just on GP, you give it to Pac because he lost the year before.
Well, come on, man. That's a whole different conversation. GP, that album, The Score, that's one of the most diverse albums ever.
Tribe Called Quest, it's a diverse cover album. There's a lot of covers on it.
There's two covers.
There's a lot of covers on that bitch.
There's two covers. They were masterful, though. That album was the album that made it okay for rappers to be R&B singers, too.
Tribe Called Quest was nominated. Their later work was nominated, but they never won. I'm looking at it.
And so I would definitely come from that standpoint, too, if I'm tipped, because there won't be another. There's the chances of there being another Tribe album. Like, this might be the last chance that Tribe ever has.
I mean, look, Jay-Z's Hard Knock Life won a Grammy, and I think we can all agree that was not one of his, that wasn't his fucking.
Well, it's up to who he beat, though. Who did he beat that year?
Let me see.
It's all about who he beat.
Tribe Called Quest, Love Movement.
Better album.
Mace, Harlem World.
Foiled again.
And and that's only what they picked. I can't even tell you off the top of my head what dropped that year. I'm just telling you who they picked. You know what I mean?
That Harlem World.
And I knew this was fucking kryptonite. Got him.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, you got to point you.
And won 2 years in a row, like in Slim Shady and Marshall Mathers. Like not because I work for the dude. Those albums were ridiculous. They just were game changing albums.
Yeah.
Outkast won for Stank on You.
Outkast got the next one too with
and they didn't even,
Box Love Below.
And they didn't even get fucking nominated for Quemini. So it's just like, yo, dude, Chip, I feel you. I feel your pain. But you're waiting for accolades from fucking dumbasses. They get it right half the time, maybe.
Man, Harlem World should have won, man.
You was mad about Harlem World?
That album's priceless, man. 24 Hours to Live. Just think.
Are you fucking... Yo... Naughty by Nature's second album beat fucking Tupac's Me Against the World. That's got Outlaw on that bitch. That's got Death Around the Corner. This got me against the world.
And East 99, man. Without East 99, we don't even get Justin Timberlake. Justin Timberlake, Nelly Furtado, all these crooners and hummers and kind of rapper kind of mixed bags.
Let's go to Gilbert because he's going to say what I believe. Go ahead, Gilbert. Gilbert's.
Yeah, man, to strongly agree with you. We put way too much behind Oscars and Grammys and Emmys and you name it. Just, watch a movie, listen to an album, listen to a song, judge it for yourself. If you like it or not, it's good. You don't need an award.
Why does the guy that agree with me got the shit phone? God damn it.
Message. I think that I think one of the things that makes it so personal is that it validates our own personal taste. Like there's a guy who reviews albums. His name is Anthony Fantano, the Needle Drop. I have a lot of respect for what he does. And whenever someone you give someone like a 7 out of 10, he asks this question: why is 7 out of 10 bad? Why do people get mad at me when I give someone a 7 out of 10? Because 7 is too close to mediocre, and no one wants to believe anything that they love is close to mediocre. That's not what it is. No one wants to have their favorite album of the year not be recognized by the most widely known organization, whatever that may be. And so I think that's a big pull into why these conversations erupt every year.
Travis is Indianapolis.
Hey, what's going on, Jude?
Go ahead, man.
Man, okay, in my opinion, that Tribe Called Quest album was the best one of 2016, hip-hop-wise.
All right.
That album was fantastic. But of the list that y'all read off of what's been nominated, man, I can kind of see why it didn't get thrown on there. It sucks because it was such a fantastic album, but I mean, Tyler, the Creator, even though he's a little off with that whole odd way he flows, the dude's a genius. Same thing for Childish Gambino. He does everything. He raps, he acts, he does all of that. So I mean, it sucks, man. But
I would like to hear Q-Tip tell me who he thinks should get knocked off of that list for him to get on. That would be an interesting thing. Like, I would want to hear Tip be like, who shouldn't be on that list if you should be on that list, Tip? I want to know.
Nobody wants to go that far.
I want to hear that. Like, tell me. Let me know. Name names.
Because I don't know who doesn't deserve to be here. Usually, like in 96, you pulled out the 96. Yeah, Skee-Lo. I'm sorry. Skee-Lo, you voted off the island.
Yeah, I wish I was a little bit taller.
I don't know what else he put out outside of that.
That's
song.
the only song he ever put out. And I don't even think the album was good. You know what I mean? That was just that shows you what they know. That's all I'm saying. And maybe they got better over the last 20 fucking years. I'm sure they have. But I don't know.
Sometimes,
it's very rare that somebody can be cutting edge and mainstream at the same fucking time.
Again, these are the 5 albums that for best rap album: Jay-Z 444, Kendrick Lamar Damn, Migos Culture, Rhapsody's Layla's Wisdom, and Tyler the Creator Flower Boy.
I don't know about Rhapsody, so
let's see what the callers think. If there's someone who knows or familiar with these albums, which one of these albums should Tribe replace? I'm curious. I don't know.
L Boogie, what up, though?
What's happening, Jude?
Shit, you got it, man.
Shit, man, I'm chilling, man. I've been fucking with you for a minute. I've been trying to agree with you. Somebody hung up on me, man. I've been trying to agree earlier, but they don't know shit, man. And your homies say which one should travel. That well, we know it's not 444 and it's not Damn. What was the other selection you said?
Rhapsody and Migos, and then
Tyler the Creator.
Tyler.
Oh man, get Tyler Creator.
I know he's gonna kick. I know he's gonna kick. Yeah.
Did you even listen? You sound like you didn't even hear the album.
You didn't want to hear. Yeah.
You heard Tyler.
Oh.
You didn't hear the album.
They just look how long they've been getting wrong. Denzel took to get an Oscar. I think the Oscars and the Grammy are the same people. They're fucking dumbasses. He should have got an Oscar for Malcolm X.
I agree.
Like.
Yo, or best supporting for Glory and shit. Like, he was a beast in that shit, man.
And Glory was even better, right? That's all I'm saying is they don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Man, look, and usually, look, awards are great. Time is better. Time is the best judge. What holds up? That's what wins.
Quick editor's note.
Go ahead.
Denzel Washington did win Best Supporting for Glory. He did actually get that.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, so the Oscars actually got that one correct.
Wait, so why was they mad about that?
He had never got best.
He never got best lead.
Right.
All right. Well,
So they got that one correct.
there you go.
Just so we know.
That was a good ass one. That was.
Yeah.
All right.
They got that one right.
All right. Speaking of Chicago, all right, Justin Hunt, I appreciate you. I appreciate you coming through. You can hear this discussion too on fucking the internet. The company man on everything.
Word up, my brother Jude.
Peace.
Peace.
You are checking out the All Out Show with Rude Jude on demand.
Hey, coming out of a promo on your fucking ass. How y'all doing out there? Chicago, Illinois. This Saturday, I'm coming back. It's like my second home. You know, that's where I got my start. I was just a window cleaner, scrubbing windows, flying out to Jenny Jones' show in Chicago, blazing on motherfuckers. That's how I got my start, and I'm coming back. I'll be at Volumes Book Cafe. Volumes Book Cafe on Milwaukee Avenue in Wicker Park. Signing, reading, grinning, gripping. The herpes cleared up. I'll kiss the babies. Kissing the babies. 7 p.m. this Saturday. I'm flying in that day. Day of, I'm flying in. Coming to Chicago, fucking with y'all. Why? Because I appreciate you. That is this fucking Saturday. 7 p.m. Volumes Book Cafe. Nashville, I'll be week after. I'll be in Nashville. Hold tight. Louisville, I'm working on you the week after that. Detroit, I'm coming back. I'll be in the Burbs this time, in 248, where they read books. Fuck with me. Fuck with me. Oh, one other thing. 1X run. We got the fucking pictures for sale. You wanted them for Christmas. The Hummingbird prints, art prints. My man Sage Vaughn, this motherfucker slanging. Yo, his fucking pictures are going for 50 grand. And he was nice enough to do some art prints for us. Because I'm trying to get y'all to appreciate that motherfucking art shit. Go to 1xrun.com. Look for the Hummingbird. Cop it. Do yourself a favor. I think there's like 100 left. Sorry, we sold a bunch while I wasn't on air. This is your chance. They're gonna sell out quick. They sold out quick last time. They're gonna sell out quick this time. And they went up in price as soon as they sold out. I predict this shit. I call that shit. That's how you do it. You make less. You make less than the demand. OneXRun.com to get your Hummingbird print. It's a pretty motherfucker. Ladies, you don't like this one. Fellas, chicks are going to think that you're sensitive, and they're going to suck your dick. I'm trying to get your dick sucked. You're welcome. All right. Got the news coming up next with John the Chin Matthews. Not by that. What'd you have? How's your Thanksgiving, John? Lonely, I bet.
It could have been. I dodged that bullet. Some friends took me in.
That was cool. Where'd you go?
Just a friend's place. And
Did you bring a dish?
I didn't. Lame. I know. Terrible.
Did you bring a bottle or something? Or?
No.
God damn, John.
Terrible.
You're a tacky motherfucker.
It was not a good look. I felt bad about it. I feel worse about it now.
Not bad enough to bring something.
Next year. I learned from my mistakes.
They're not going to invite you next year.
Probably not.
John, a bottle of wine.
I know. It was bad. It was bad.
Man.
Somebody even said, "What are you bringing?" Like, I'm already on my way.
What? Someone asked you what you were bringing? You didn't stop at stop at a grocery store and get a Panettone or some shit like that?
The Vons, or I could have. I don't know. It's getting late.
Man, you're like a fucking. You're really.
Tacky.
You're beyond tacky. It's almost like you're retarded. And I mean that in the most, functionally slow, you're socially inept.
I knew enough.
They're throwing you a bone. Did you wear matching socks at least?
No, but I wore the shirt.
Oh my God!
But I wore a black shirt. I kind of pulled it together that day. But I was rocking the sneakers. So.
You showed up with your crusty ass shoes. Fuck it. Did you take a plate home? Probably.
They offered one. They did. They actually did. And I said, "Damn, this is awesome." There's meat on there.
Damn, so you showed up empty-handed and left with a plate. That's kind of what you do with this job.
When you tell the story, it sounds a lot worse than it was at the time.
That's kind of what you do at this job. Now I think about it. That is John, through and through. Shows up empty-handed, leaves with a plate.
Nice people. Good people.
Yeah. I don't think this ain't the same for you, John.
Oh, they might. I looked okay. I carried a conversation.
You ain't carry nothing in the crib. Bottle of wine, bro. Some vino.
Yeah, I know.
You can get one for $10.
Yeah, but what am I?
You a tacky motherfucker. You a grown ass man.
Yeah, and I'll take care of them.
Tacky grown motherfucker, man.
I'll take care of them somehow.
It's not like you don't know.
I knew. I've done it before, but I was making quick decisions.
Making bad decisions. I don't know about quick. How far away were they?
It was, Orange County, the OC.
You took an Uber to Orange County?
Train.
Took a train.
Yeah. By the way, it's not bad. The blue line. It's all about the blue line. It's a little hairy at night, by the way.
Motherfucker. Yeah, I used to, going back to the fucking show, I used to do Jenny Jones, and they would pay me in cash, and I would walk around with and I'd do 4 or 5 shows in a row. So it'd be anywhere between $1,000 and $1,500. I didn't get paid that much. And I'd be in Watts, my white ass glowing in Watts with $1,500 on me. I was like, man, buddy. Yeah. They were cool. Thanks for not robbing me, Watts. I appreciate that. Appreciate you. Can't say the same about my hometown. Fuck you, Detroit. Always robbing me. Starting to feel like Busta Rhymes. All right. News coming up next. I mean, you a tacky motherfucker, John. You embarrassing.
Oh.
You embarrassing, man.
They were okay.
What are you bringing? It's just some crusty shoes and mismatched socks. You got zip-away cargo pants if you're going to go swimming.
Sparkling personality.
Drink all their drinks, eat all their food. God.
It's Manhattans.
You a piece of shit, bro.
Oh, stop.
You a piece of shit.
They were okay.
Let me know if they invite you back next year.
Very unlikely.
Huh. There it is. All right, let's go.
You are checking out the All Out Show with Rude Jude on demand.
And now, it's time for News from the Chin with John Z. Matthews.
There's some new research out looking at flies, and scientists are saying that if a fly lands on your food, you should possibly not eat it because they're more dangerous. They care about more bacteria than previously thought.
I ain't no bitch, son. I ain't no bitch.
I don't know.
I'm going to eat the fucking flies, son.
That wouldn't bother you? At all? Even after hearing this?
What's on it?
Well, they're saying Salmonella, E. coli, even bacteria which leads to stomach ulcers and deadly sepsis. You don't care.
I was reading the email as you was telling me about that. The fuck, yo, dude, if a fly kills you, whatever, die. How'd he die? Fucking fly landed on his watermelon at a picnic and he died.
Yeah. All right.
Man, yeah. We lost John. You would never die from that. You're like a cockroach. You just keep living. But this delicate mother, you are not gonna get killed by a fly. You live in a level of filth that makes you immune to a fly.
I've built up some strength,
and that's too. Like I eat strangers' vaginas. You know what I mean? Like, what is a fly? What is a fly gonna do to me that I haven't done to myself?
Well, pathogen transmission.
I've literally spit toilet paper out of my mouth after eating a fucking asshole and just kept going.
That's gross.
I'm disgusting. What are you gonna do? hey, by the way. I was like, oh, what the fuck? Let's keep going. Keep going. We're here. Didn't smell bad. Whatever. We're good. You got to do the fucking. You'll do that. I'll do it. Even just thinking about it. You scrape the top of your tongue with your top teeth. You got to scrape that fucking asshole off your tongue, and you keep going. Fuck is a fly gonna do to me? Please.
Well, they're even saying that government officials haven't really looked at this as the cause of some of these outbreaks. So the fly, they're taking a serious look at it.
All right. Where's this at? What country?
Everywhere. They're saying here in the city, that's where the real trouble is. So if you're out in the woods, you're kind of okay.
There's some natural flies out there in the woods.
But the flies probably pick up bacteria from feces, decaying organic matter, which they use to nurture their young. But I mean, really, they're saying 351 types of bacteria on these house flies. Wow. Again, you're indifferent, but I think you'll remember this.
When what?
I don't know. When you see a fly on your sandwich.
I got homies that'll just throw away shit. I got a homie, Ross, will throw out his shoes if he steps in dog poop or something. Like, he'll just throw it out. Like, if a fly touches his shit, he just throws the shit out. He's a germaphobe. I'm not so much.
So men are viewed as more feminine, lacking the pants in the relationship if they don't have their wives take their last name when they get married. That's according to just surveys.
You would take the wife's last name, John. You and Jack White.
I can't see that happening.
But Jack White's like a progressive badass. Like, Jack White will fuck you up. Jack White's like a fucking Southwest Detroit dude. White Stripes. That's not his last name. That's his wife's last name. Or ex-wife. He's the only one that didn't seem like a bitch. Everybody else seems like a bitch. He's the fucking, he's the goddamn, he is the exception to that rule. Look, my last name's awesome. Angelini fucking goes hard as hell. Who doesn't want to be an Angelini? Listen to that fucking Angelini. Spaghettini means little angels. Like if somebody was like a fucking, I don't know, Tucker. And they're like, I don't want to be an Angelini. I want to be a Tucker. I'm like, well, I guess it's not going to work out. You're going to be a fucking Angelini. You're going to take this Angelini.
Would you demand that of your wife? I can't see that.
I wouldn't even have a wife, so if she don't want to do that shit, like. But she might. But because I won't sign like legal papers. She might want to take my last name to have some way to bind herself. That might be the old hit her with the old okey doke. I think a lot of women, I don't know, it just depends on the woman. A lot of women, I think these people seek themselves out. Does that make sense? The kind of woman that wants to keep her last name is going to probably be attracted to a man that this is indifferent to them. Like,
I can see that.
This is not going to be they're going to have other things in common. Like they spell women with a Y and shit like that.
Don't be just that.
They're against the patriarchy.
And they found the women that kept their names, they were viewed as sort of powerful. They had increased self-focus, ambition, assertiveness, where the guys were just viewed as lame.
Yo, and here's the other thing, like that wasn't discussed, is like sometimes these women are established. Like they're fucking established, especially if they're like in the, if they're actors or some shit like that. Your name is your brand, so you don't want to change that shit. Like if you're a powerful woman and you've built a name for yourself, like I don't blame a woman for not. I guess if I had like some attorney, my wife was an attorney, which I wouldn't do because all we would do is argue. But like let's just say me and my attorney wife, and she built a practice for herself and she's caking the fuck up. Like, hey babe, whatever fucking name you want, whatever you want, we good. It's business. I understand. I'm understanding. Like a father. Father figure. Put your tiny hand in mine.
And they found that guys who have what they're referring to here as hostile sexism really view these guys as pathetic. I don't know why they mentioned that, but and they viewed the women who didn't take the guy's name as terrible people as well.
Really? I don't think it's that deep. You just got to look at the motives behind the shit. There's 100 different reasons to do one thing. So like, some ladies want to wear the pants in the fucking family, and one of the ways to assert dominance is to not take a motherfucker's name. So, in practice, he will be the bitch. Like, we're just laying out the groundwork. But then there's other motherfuckers that are like, yo, just because she takes your name doesn't mean you're not going to be in panties. Chris, your wife got your last name?
Yes.
And she be bossing his ass around all the fucking time.
All the time. Well, at first she did want to keep her last name.
See?
And then she said, okay, I don't have to keep my last name, but at least one of our kids have to have my last name. And I said, no.
No, we ain't finna have... Yo, every time... I've never met a kid with a hyphen last name that's been cool.
Well, she just wanted to straight have her last name. And I said, no, they're all going to have my last name no matter what.
In some Italian... I think some Italian people, the woman keeps her last name. Like, it just depends on culture. Like, especially, if my wife got a sweet-ass last name, I ain't gonna fuck that shit up. My daughter has my last name.
And was that even something that was discussed at length?
They just fucking took it. I was like, yeah, you can have it. Let's go. Do it. Do it. I was on some just in case shit. I didn't even get the blood test back or anything yet. I'm like, yeah, go ahead. Fuck, man. We laugh at it, but Jesus Christ, what are you going to do? Fuck. Teen pregnancy. It's a motherfucker. All right.
Orgasms.
Hey.
Can cause some men to contract a mysterious flu-like symptom after...
I swear to God. Keep going. Yeah. Sometimes after I fuck a chick, I'm like, am I getting a sore throat?
Really? Okay. But they are saying it's called post-orgasmic illness syndrome, POIS. It was first found in 2002.
Ladies, you don't know what we suffer from.
You don't have this.
It hurts to come. I'm going to come. I'm feeling a fever. I'm drowsy. Just leave me alone. Just make me a sandwich. Wash yourself off first. Oh, that's fine. I'm sick in bed. Give me a hot water bottle. What happens?
Fatigue, muscle weakness, fever, sinus congestion, burning eyes, incoherent speech. All these things.
That's that good nut.
And some guys are really suffering from this. Not that many.
I am.
You're not suffering
I'm
from
a survivor. What's it called? Incoherent flu-like symptom?
Post-orgasmic illness syndrome.
Post-nut flu syndrome. I got that shit. PNFS, as they call it in the medical world. That post-nut flu syndrome.
One way that they're trying to cure this is they're injecting the guy's sperm, his semen, under his skin so he get used to it. I don't know. That just seems weird, but
yeah, I don't know, bro.
And they also associate this with premature ejaculation. So, or those two are linked in certain scenarios.
This sounds like a big crock of bullshit. It sounds like a motherfucker that can't control his dick. Go get you some Promescent. Shout out to P-Messent. It sounds like a motherfucker that can't control his dick. And then he busts a nut and they be like, oh, I feel sick, just to play it off. Like, you ever play football back in the day, like, just, in the yard with your buddies, and, like, somebody would drop a real easy pass, and then they pretend like they was injured just to play that shit off? That's what this sound like. Like, you fuck up. Now, I'm sick.
Well.
I don't buy it.
All right.
I don't buy it one bit.
A lot of scientists and doctors are looking at it.
All right. That's what we're looking at. Go figure out time travel. I want to hop around in the fucking future and shit. Over here studying sperm. Swear to God. What else there, Johnny?
All right. If you're angry,
Yep.
You might die sooner than those who are not, for obvious
killing
reasons.
me.
Yep.
You're fucking killing me, bro.
I think that's you could argue that. Just one of 10 reasons that you should try to keep your cool, according to scientists. Angry men aged 20 to 40 more likely to be dead in 35 years than calm ones.
You are literally killing me. Fuck you, John.
Well, you could breathe a little bit, or
I could breathe. All right.
But beyond that, outside of the death thing, you're not going to sleep as well.
Yep.
Because
you're stressed the fuck out.
You're freaked out.
You're wondering what your coworker's doing with his time. You're like, what is this fucking guy doing? How did he get here? Why? It's my fault. I did it. I'm a dumbass. When you're angry at yourself, you just gotta forgive yourself.
Causes headaches. Oops. All right, now I'm obsessed with that word. You fucked me up on that one. I can't. Headache. I've never had a problem with that.
John Z. Matthews, the whitest man alive. He's so white he might even give you a headache.
Headache.
Bro. Headache?
A headache. A headache. I don't fucking know anymore. I don't even know what it's supposed to sound like. You screwed me up so bad on that one.
I didn't screw you up. You say it fucked up, and then we mentioned it, and now you can't stop saying it fucked up. I got a fucking headache. My head is killing me. It's a headache.
Headache. I don't know.
Headache, motherfucker.
All right.
Headache.
So all these
my fucking headache.
all these stress hormones are screwing you up. Cortisol, adrenaline, testosterone flowing around your body. They're causing this condition. And also lung disease.
Damn.
All this anger. You're anxious, depressed.
Yeah.
You'll get sick more often.
I got another cold sore this week. Fucking ridiculous. I had a headache too. I did have a headache, and I had a fucking cold sore.
So you've got all these things going on, and looks like you're not going to digest food as well.
No, my tummy hurts.
Screws up your skin.
My skin is actually pretty good.
All right, now eventually it'll get wrinkly. And let's see. But repressing rather than expressing anger puts you at an even higher risk of developing health problems.
So there it is. We're gonna have this week. This week we did the study of what John actually does, which is gonna be awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's like Natural Geographic shit, where someone follows you
into the wild
and follows and sees what you do all goddamn day. I can't wait to hear that shit. What does John do with his time? What does he do? You know I booked that Remember I sent you that thing? Chris Ryan? The Sex in the Morning? Remember that book? That Sex in the Morning book? And I was like, book this dude. I want him. It was like fucking months ago. I was like, you got him? You're like, I'm working on him. That was the number I sent you yesterday.
Oh, okay.
You're welcome.
Thank you
for doing your job.
Thank you for that.
What does he do? You know I booked that Remember I sent you that thing? Chris Ryan? The Sex in the Morning? Remember that book? That Sex in the Morning book? And I was like, book this dude. I want him. It was like fucking months ago. I was like, you got him? You're like, I'm working on him. That was the number I sent you yesterday.
Oh, okay.
You're welcome.
Thank you
for doing your job.
Thank you for that. Very nice man, by the way.
Doing your job.
Very nice man, by the way.
Great guy.
He's already given you a book.
Yeah. No thanks to you.
There's a guy that you might want to speak with, maybe not, but this crazy person who is a flat earther.
I want him.
And we're going to have to get to him fast because he's about to supposedly launch his own rocket.
Oh, he's going to die.
This all just seems so ridiculous, though.
Is he going to be in that bitch, or is he...
That's his plan.
Oh.
But
let's get to this motherfucker. Does he got a GoFundMe?
Oh, I can find him.
Tell him that we will plug the fuck out of his GoFundMe because we want to see him succeed.
Mad Mike Hughes.
Mad Mike.
He's a limo driver.
Oh.
See, it's just there's so many problems with this.
What's wrong with Mad Mike? Yeah, you gotta book this dude. Mad Mike, the limo driver, is gonna fucking shoot himself up.
Here's our man.
Wait, hold on. Let me look at this dude. He's gonna shoot him. Mad Mike is gonna shoot himself up in the air in a rocket.
Yep.
Oh man, Mad Mike. Yo, that rocket looks legit.
It does.
It looks like something that you would see at a carnival.
I know. It's just so ridiculous.
But are you on my shit? How come backgammon boards are popping up?
Oh, because that's the way the internet works.
God damn, man.
Yeah. All right, so Mad Mike, he's hit a bit of a snag because he was trying to do this. And the Bureau of Land Management, they shut him down. And he just seems so shady. He was saying he had some sort of verbal agreement with the BLM, which is
why
ludicrous.
Why don't he just go shoot his ass up in the air? Why is he asking? You would think like a flat earther wouldn't acknowledge the rules of a globe country. Like, I don't fucking acknowledge your rules. I live on a flat earth while you live on a globe. Your rules don't affect me. I'll shoot myself up anywhere I want to. Sounds like, you know what it sounds like? A case of the excuses. He's got a touch of John Z. Matthews in him.
He is assuring everyone that he's going to find some private property and then get things going fast. And he says he doesn't believe in science. I mean,
how do you not believe in science?
He knows about aerodynamics and fluid dynamics and how things move through the air. And but that's not science. That's just he's just out of his mind. But I can show you him.
Book this
yes,
motherfucker
soon.
Yesterday. Book his ass. All right, let's see.
So this is one of his tests he did back in 2012. This is one of his rockets.
Damn.
Something happened. See, it's all like a show.
That shit look legit.
Did it?
That's gonna shoot. He's gonna die. He's gonna shoot his ass way the fuck up in the air. He's gonna crash. And I know what y'all are thinking. Like, Jude, why are you encouraging this dude? Cause I want him to be the best him he can be. And this is what he thinks the best him is. Shooting his ass up in the fucking sky in a tin can. Go ahead, do that shit, bro. Get you a Polaroid. Take a picture and put it on the iCloud so we can see it before you crash.
And that's his plan. He wants to prove that the Earth is flat. Once he reaches a certain height, he'll take a photograph, and he'll make everybody happy who's a flat earther.
There you go.
But again, the original plan was supposed to happen last Saturday, but the government shut him down.
Oh, government. Ooh. He couldn't find no fucking spots? The government. It's a big ass flat earth. You couldn't find one spot. And I noticed, I was just talking, I noticed, man, every person I ever seen that's got a flat earther fucking bumper sticker is in like an 89 Honda.
They don't have much money.
I'm just saying, it's a certain caliber of person.
Well, Mad Mike could afford a rocket.
Can't afford a patch of land to launch that bitch off on. Hoe ass Mike. Nah. I'm sure he's cool. I want to talk to him. I want to hear about him.
But he's saying that this is powered by steam.
All right, sure. Okay. What else?
1 in 5 women are. This is over in Britain, but it applies.
Hello, governor.
So 1 in 5 women are childless at 45, and they're having fewer offspring than ever, according to new data.
I think that's making chicks fucking upset, man. Generally speaking.
Because they're lonely? No kids?
Yeah. I mean, if you really look at careers are fucking. Like, I'm successful in my career and all that shit, but fuck does it mean? It's meaningless. What does this mean? You know what I mean? And I got like a pretty fucking cool job. Some of these people are like, they're just bankers or some shit, you know, moving around money or something.
Getting rich doing it.
Fucking, you know what you can't buy? Fucking unconditional love of a baby that you shoot out your vagina. Can't buy that. Can't put a dollar sign on that. I think, look, man, I think I was reading an interesting article about the way it's structured right now. Is it really like the prime time to be having kids is, you know, your 20s and 30s. Like 20s is like boom. But what's the modern woman doing? She's going to have a career and stuff. So then once she gets established in the career, she's up against the clock. One, she's looking for a dude that can be on her level career wise, and two, she, you know, like I found this, like you go to holler at chicks on Tinder and shit, like, and if they're in their late 30s or they don't have time to fuck around. There is no dating process. There's like, what's up, man? What you want to do, man? What we gonna do? You gonna put a fucking baby in me or what? This is just my experience, but like I've seen this time and time again. I don't necessarily know. I think some women are choosing not to have kids, and I think some women may have wanted kids but made the tough decision between career and children and chose career, and I don't know if they're happy. Is there a correlation with happiness?
They do not talk about happiness in this study here, but they're just saying that it's a noticeable trend, and as you point out, yes, they're worried about their career. They've got education going on, so they're just not that interested. Well, interested is the wrong word, but they have to make choices.
Yeah, look, man. Like my sister, I don't think she wants to have kids.
Do you find that weird?
No. Makes sense. The way we grew up, I can see her not wanting to have children.
Is she up against it?
I don't think she wants a fucking child.
No.
There is no up against it. She'd rather fucking, she likes to, you know, sleep in and do yoga, shit like that. You can't do that with a fucking kid. She looks young as fuck. You know why? She doesn't have no fucking kids. Kids will kill you. My grandmother, she had 6 kids, and once she got all those motherfuckers out the house, she put her ass back in school, and then she had a career later on in life. And that seemed to work for her.
It's impressive.
It's possible, you know. Look, there's no one right way to do it, but I think we're all seeing that as women enter the workforce, there's not as many kids, and the women having kids are having one kid.
Right. Women who turned 45 in 2016 had an average of 1.8 kids, down from 2.21 for their mother's generation, who turned 45 and 44.
And then you look at this one step further. You look at what are only children like? Little fucking assholes. What are only children like of people that can't have another kid? They extra fucking value this kid. So we're gonna be seeing a whole slew of these little fucking assholes entering the world in the next 15, 20 years. Little kings and queens. Words hurt them. You can't say that to me. Yeah, I don't know. Look, this I don't know much. These are just my theories here, but I think a lot of the ladies that I think people do find meaning in children.
Support that.
You get to experience life all over again. You get to see the magic of life through your kid's eyes.
It's a nice way of looking at it. Did you?
No, because I was still a child. I was a fucking kid having a kid. It wasn't as magical. But like when my cousin had his kids, you got to see Christmas and from a whole. You're like, oh yeah, Christmas is fucking this shit. I forgot about this. For a minute there was just like a bunch of old. We was all old, just getting drunk on a holiday. You know what I mean? Like it just wasn't that hype. Kids make that shit fucking live as fuck.
And yet you won't give them gifts.
Nah, they get enough fucking gifts. They get enough fucking gifts.
Sorry.
That's the news.
You are checking out the All Out Show with Rude Jude on demand.
All right, that was the show. Shout out to Justin Hunt. You can follow him at The Company Man on everything. Once again, I will be in Chicago, Illinois this Saturday. Fuck with the Kid at Volumes Bookstore, 7 p.m. 1474 North Milwaukee. Just know I'm in Chicago Volumes Book Cafe. Fuck with me. Also, 1xrun, onetimерun.com, 1xrun.com to get the motherfucking, to get that goddamn hummingbird print. Did you want the hyena on vinyl? Got that too. Man, I know it's a lot. Boom, boom, boom. You can go to hummingbirdbook.com. Hummingbirdbook.com. There's links for everything right there. All right. Y'all be well. I will talk to you tomorrow.